Who was this man, Robert Scott? This is a question plaguing many historians today. Well, he was a northerner. He lived in Massachusetts. He was not a very well-known man at the time, but he displayed many of the ideals demonstrated by the antebellum period. The thing that he might have been known for at this time was his father. His father owned the Merrimack Mills. The Merrimack Mills were a very prominent industry in the Boston area. Scott was actually very well educated as a young boy, and actually ended up graduating from West Point in 1829. One of his classmates was actually Robert E. Lee, and they ended up being very close friends, in fact. His family was very diverse in their political views. His father owned the land. He was very invested in his mills. His older brother was going to be the successor to the mills, so he was very interested in helping his father and making sure he succeeded. At one point, his brother actually says that he doesn't really care about anyone else. He just needs to get them his mills. His sister is marrying a southern gentleman. Now, she's engaged at the point where he graduates from West Point, and she is very hesitant to speak out against slavery because she's afraid of losing her engagement. Scott goes to see William Lloyd Garrison speak at a church in Massachusetts. This event shapes Scott's ideals towards the slavery issue. It's a very northern and abolitionist idea. Robert Scott is going to live through all the major events through the antebellum period. That's what makes him so interesting. He'll read Uncle Tom's Cabin, he'll be affected by the bank panics directly, and in fact he will actually be on the team to construct Fort Sumter. Near the end of his life, Scott will become an avid Lincoln supporter, as he agrees with most of Lincoln's ideals and positions on political issues. He will also be a very avid abolitionist and will speak out many times against the issue of slavery. And last but not least, aliens. Since this is a History Channel production, it has to be brought up at least once.